Tell me about the inclusion जहाँ पे संजू सैमसन आए, कहाँ पे फैसला लिया, किन चीज़ों के चलते लिया, and how was it conveyed and how did you handle the entire situation?
Look, very simple. And I know a lot of people will talk about that we wanted to break the left-hand combination. Not at all. We just felt that we wanted to be more explosive, because if you see the first 3 or 4 games where the ideology in last 1.5 years has been to go out there and be as explosive as we can be, the reason to get in Sanju was not about managing the off spinner from the other end. It was about, can we get even more firepower at the top, and can we be more aggressive in the first 6 overs, and we know what Sanju can do. There was never any doubt about his talent. There was never any doubt about his explosiveness, that if he gets going, he can win you the game in first 6 overs as well. And imagine having Abhishek, Sanju, and Ishan as your top three, and then you've got the likes of Surya, Hardik, Tilak, and Shivam, and Aksar. So you can't ask for anything more. So the reason, yes, a lot of people will debate about that we wanted to break that three left-handers at the top. Not at all, because I still believe that a quality batter will be good against any bowler, any kind of bowler, whether it's the off spinner or the left-arm spinner. So for me, I think it was Sanju's explosiveness and his experience, and more importantly, that what he brings on the table as well, got him the opportunity. And what you rightly asked was that, how did I convey it to him? I conveyed it to him in the gym. In fact, we both were training together, and I just told him that you'll be playing tomorrow, and he said, let it come. That's the casual conversations we have. I think we've kept it very, very casual. It's not like a head coach or a player's relationship. It's a relationship which most of our meetings happen during our practice sessions. Most of our one-on-one conversations happen during our practice sessions. The meetings goes for what, 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes, nothing beyond that. Keep it very simple, keep it casual, keep it very informal, and then let the boys go out there and express themselves.
अभिषेक शर्मा के साथ गौतम किस तरीके की वन ऑन कॉन्वर्सेशंस हुई? बिकॉज वी ऑलवेज न्यू दैट ही विल बी बैक टिल द वेरी एंड एज अ चैंपियन प्लेयर लाइक हिम शुड बी, बट do you remember any one-on-one conversation? Did you share any experience with him?
Many. No, I've had worse experience than him in 2014 during the IPL, where I got what, 3 ducks in a row. So and then I got one in the fourth game as well. And for me, I think all I told him was that yes, people will look at your scores, people will talk about your form, but it's actually, you're not out of form. You're actually out of runs. The only time you can judge your form is that if you play 20, 30 balls in the middle, you haven't even faced 20 balls in the middle. So don't think it's just that sometimes in a T20 format, when you don't get runs, you don't get runs. But all I want you to go do is go out there in the next game and be even more aggressive as compared to what you were in the previous game. If you want to hit the first ball out of the ground, go do it and commit yourself to 100%, because it really doesn't matter what the world thinks about you. All that matters is what those 30 people in the dressing room thinks about you. That is all that matters, and that is exactly that it should matter to all those boys, that what people in that dressing room think about them. And there was no doubt whatsoever about Abhishek or anyone, to be honest, in that dressing room. We always had faith and trust in everyone who was selected to represent the country for the T20 World Cup.
As a coach, when you observed this campaign, वो कौन सा शायद, was there a story where you felt कैसी a team is enjoying each other's success? Anything that you saw? Maybe nothing, maybe something that you may not have pointed out, but some things that will stay with you, which told you how together this team has come.
Yeah, one thing which will stay with me for the rest of my life is that how comfortably and with how much ease boys adapted and accepted the batting positions. And it started from the captain. Against England in the semi-final, Shivam got promoted and Surya was absolutely fine with it. In a final, Hardik was promoted and captain was fine with it. So it starts with the captain. So many times in the past we've seen that people want to bat at a certain position. But it wasn't the case with this team. Tilak started at number 3, then Tilak batted at number 5, number 6, number 7. Shivam batted at number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. You see, that is what team sport is all about. And one thing that will stay with me, because there are times when it's very difficult when you convey this ideology to the players and they say, no, I'm very comfortable in a particular position, but not with these bunch of boys, because all it mattered to them was that how hungry they were to create an impact and to win the World Cup. So Hardik got promoted, Surya got demoted, Shivam got promoted, Tilak got demoted, Sanju got promoted, Ishan got demoted. Imagine, this is the ideology. Jasprit Bumrah, how can I not mention about him? Started with the new ball, bowled in the middle, bowled the tough overs, Varun Chakravarti, Aksar Patel, Arshdeep, Hardik Pandya with the new ball. So all those guys at different stages in this competition were given different roles, and how beautifully they adapted and whatever role was given to them. नहीं तो otherwise क्या होता है हर बार? Every time, okay, these are our two new ball bowlers. This is how we're going to. We never went in this competition with a fixed plan. All we were was very flexible and read the game and how we want to go about it. For example, Aksar bowling 2 overs in a power play against England. Aksar bowling 2 overs in a power play in a World Cup final, which was never easy, but did it beautifully. Jasprit Bumrah, all these guys. So for me, I think more than my ideology, yes, every coach will have its own ideology, but it's the players. If they are on the same page and they adapt that ideology with a smile on their face, it makes my life much more easier and actually starts with the captain.
Just a couple of final questions. आपके लिए कौन से वो कुछ defining moments थे इस campaign के?
A defining moment, मेरे लिए it's very difficult to say. I still believe that Sanju's 97 against West Indies, because again it was a virtual quarterfinal. And someone making a comeback, जिसने पहले 4 या 5 मैच नहीं खेले, ठीक है, Zimbabwe के against he made a comeback, but Zimbabwe is a completely different opposition to what West Indies is. And then chasing in a virtual quarterfinal, that also 195, irrespective, जौन सा मर्जी ground हो, जैसा मर्जी flat wicket हो, in a World Cup game, chasing 195 is never easy, and with ease and with calmness that he batted, I think gave us a lot of confidence in the group that now probably we are on the right track. Because before that there was a lot of talk कि हम bilaterals में बहुत aggressive खेलते हैं, हम bilaterals में 250 पौने 300 रन बनाते हैं, लेकिन ICC tournaments में नहीं बनाते. लेकिन West Indies के बाद when Sanju got going and when Ishan Kishan batted 3, I thought that a lot of things actually started taking shape, and that was one thing which I felt was the turning point of this campaign.
कितना different था as a player World Cup खेलना और जीतना और as a coach?
See, मैंने बहुत बार ये बात बोली है, coaching is a tough job because 7 बजे के बाद आपके हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है. You have nothing in hand. You can give the best environment, you can make the players feel secure, you can share your inputs, you can share your knowledge, but once the game starts, literally you have to, your career, your results, your reputation, your everything is dependent on how good the players are, and that's why I'm a very strong believer a coach or a captain is only as good as his players and their team, because no coach, no captain can win you alone. And that's I've seen that as a player, and now I've seen that as a coach as well. So my ideology remains exactly the same. You're only as good as your team.
What did the coach say to the dressing room once the dust had settled, the reels were made, the photos were taken?
Stay humble, because it's the start, it's not the end. I think we still have a lot more to achieve. We still haven't touched 300. Hopefully one day we will. And we still want to be even more ruthless. We want to be ruthless on the field, but we want to carry ourselves as the ambassadors of 140 crore Indians. The most important message throughout has been to stay humble, stay grounded, and carry yourself like ambassadors of this beautiful game and this beautiful country.
Do we now get to see you smile a lot more? Please, Gautam.
I wish for next 3 months I can.
Next 3 months?
I can.
Yeah. Will you get a good night's sleep
Yeah,
tonight?
I can at least spend 2-3 months with my kids. That's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what they're looking forward to as well.